Morning. Didn't make a good night video last night. You know, I got there to the Eckville shelter, which was pretty cool. Found out that shelter and the 501 shelter are actually owned by the Parkland, Pennsylvania Park people. They're the ones who own it. And then the local, I think it's the Eagle something, trail maintenance crew. They're the ones who, you know, stay there and maintain the property. So anyway, yeah, got there late. Not too late. It was about 7:30 when I got there. So, you know, I quickly had my dinner. Met a guy from Germany. His trail name is Hansel. And yeah, and by the time I was done with that, it was getting dark. So I went in and set up, and a bunch of people were already basically sleeping at that point. So I didn't want to go back out. Well, that insinuates that I was thinking about making a video, but to be honest, I wasn't. I was ready. My feet felt better yesterday. They still hurt, but you know, whatever's going on with the right foot, it definitely gets better, you know. So the caretaker there, who somebody left a comment, said he was less than helpful, but he seemed like a nice guy to me. Wasn't like overly nice, like, hey, how's it going? But you know, he was a cool dude. I think he's hiked the trail like 4 times. He made a comment. He said, as long as the pain keeps moving. He's like, it's when the pain stays in one spot that you might need to consider something. So this pain stays in one spot. But yeah, it is what it is. So I'm a little bit late to getting started today. The trail yesterday was there was a nice reprieve from the rocks yesterday for like the last third of it, really. I mean, most of the trail was okay. It was rocks and then not rocks, but the last third of the trail was really nice. And plus there was some up and down. It kind of reminded me of, you know, maybe a little bit more Virginia-esque, instead of just up on a ridge and then flat for a really long time. Yeah, so I slept in a little bit. I treated myself a little nice today. I got on trail at 6:30. So I do have just under 25 miles to go today. So was that the wisest idea? No, but you know what? I'm not forcing myself to that 25. I'm going to see how it feels, see how much time I'm making, and play it by ear. There's an option, I think, at 17 miles too. So yeah, my mood is better. You know, I think I feel a little bit less like, why am I doing this? Taking opportunities to just interact with people, you know, because most of the day I'm just alone. I mean, even when I was hiking with people, usually we just kind of meet up places at the end of the day. Yesterday I listened to more music, you know, try to give myself something. Normally I try not to listen to music because I'm not trying to kill my battery, but you know, I think I'll be in Delaware Water Gap in a couple days, and I think the way I've been managing my power has been good. So I think that's about all I got this morning. I could probably ramble for a while, but why? See you later. bake oven knob. I'm standing here and I realize this dude was like 5 inches from my face. He is pretty damn big too. Today is day 77. It is May 6th, and yeah, 24.9 miles. It was a grind, but my feet felt better today. I've been doing some things, you know, like stopping and shaking out my legs, or shaking out my legs and feet really helps. And then sometimes when I'm walking, as I pick up my feet, I'll do this with my toes. So I'll pick up my foot and then I'll, you know, grip my toes. That seems to relieve some pain. Apparently I went over something called knife's edge today. I didn't see it on Far Out, but I mean, I could guess which part it was. Honestly, that part was pretty fun, you know, doing the boulders and stuff. There was one sketchy spot where I thought I was going to eat it. And, you know, kudos to anybody who's done that in the rain, because I can't imagine. Because you know, when I first got back in, everything was wet, and the rocks around here are actually kind of slick. So I can't imagine going over that stuff in the rain. But most of the trails today were pretty good, actually. I think it was a bit like some guy I met the other day said. It was like it'd be 2 miles of just nonstop rocks and stuff, and then 4 miles of good trails. And that was somewhat my experience today. I got here around 6:30. So yeah, so basically 12 hours to go, almost 25 miles. Which is okay. Again, I've given up on being fast. I'm just persistent, you know. I'll get up early and leave and do the thing. And at the end of the day, this adorable young girl pops up behind me on the trail. It's just, she's so full of energy. She's like, hey, you know, scared the living shit out of me. And ended up walking with me for the rest of the trail, just chatting about stuff. Poor girl fell down at one point too. But she was just so full of energy and such a nice person. And I tell you what, it was just so nice for that last like 30-40 minutes just to hike with somebody and talk. You know, that was really nice. That was a great end of the day. So and then I had, you know, full meals, and I had some time to do some stretching. Yeah. So overall, I think I'm in a really good mood right now. You know, I think making progress and feeling something to be, I don't like to use the word proud, but invested in, and seeing some forward momentum is pretty cool. Still don't know what the future holds. It's the final game plan, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know, I'm just gonna roll with it, and I'm sure I'll, you know, think about it some more. But I'm just gonna roll with it. I tried to call my daughter last night, and they were doing something, and I meant to call tonight, and you know, my head was just in stuff, so that the minute I, you know, got to a space where I was like, I need to call my daughter, it was already like 8:30, so I think I missed my chance tonight, which sucks. What else from today? Yeah, that's about it. A lot of people, meeting a lot of people on the trail. There's people coming through here kind of late. But none of them has stopped. Here's somebody talking on the phone. Actually, it sounds like they're listening to a podcast on fast. Anyway, it's not important. That's all I got for tonight. Tomorrow is like 21 and some change, and then it'd be 15 into Delaware Water Gap. Considering how well today went, you know, I like getting to camp by like 6:30. I thought that was really good. It'd be nice if it was a little bit earlier, maybe like 6:15 or even 6 o'clock, because I like to have some time to eat a meal, set up camp, and stretch and do stuff. You know, if I had left at 6 today, it would have been perfect. It's 25 miles with some pretty difficult parts that slowed me down. So, you know, it gives me hope for, you know, if I'm in a similar topography, but without the rocks, you know, if I have a situation that kind of allows me to open up a little bit, that I could do a lot more in a day. So anyway, that's enough for me tonight. Good night. See you guys tomorrow.